All right, so the next thing that I'm going to show you just basics of is a basic shot. Now, when we're shooting in the game, it's best to start off, I believe, with getting the best and highest chance of actually getting a goal when we shoot. And I believe that is just very basically, it's been talked about for many, many years, and quite a basic thing is just to shoot the ball low and hard. So the way we do that is with a driving shot, which is basically with our laces. So I'll just demonstrate that here and I'll show you. So what we want to do when we're coming up to the ball, we want to hit it with our laces. So we'll point our toes down, strike through the ball. What we need to remember for this type of shot is that our body needs to be in front and over the ball. If we're leaning back, the ball will tend to go up and we might miss the goal. What we need to do as far as the ball is, just say I'm striking the ball this way. We want to try and hit the ball in the middle, not underneath. If we go underneath with our foot, as I showed before, if we're not pointing all the way down, if a toe is like this and we kick, the ball will go up. We don't want to be kicking down into the ball either, because we'll lose a lot of power that way. So try and go through the ball, through the middle of the ball. And what I do is I just imagine there's an arrow going straight through the central line of the ball, and I try and kick it along that line. So what we need to do in this one, I like to think that when we're shooting the ball, I like to try and roughly get the line of the ball in line with my non-kicking foot. As a general rule, we don't want it way too far here, because if we kick the ball, it's going to go up. We don't want the ball back here. If we kick it, we're going to miss the ball and it's going to go down. So just basically what we need to do, foot roughly in line with the ball, toes pointed down and hitting through the ball with the laces. So I'll just demonstrate that now. So again, walking up to the ball, and we'll just start with a walk up, a few paces in line with the ball, body over the ball and forward, and then straight through the ball. As we get proficient with that, we need to make sure that we keep our toes pointed down. If we kick the ball like this with our toes, in Australia we call that a toe poke, and we don't like that because the ball could go anywhere. So that's why it's very important to try and get that contact with those laces of the ball. So I'll demonstrate again. Just place the ball down, take a few steps, walk up to the ball, foot in line with the ball, body forward, head over the ball, and then kick. And the ball should go generally in a straight direction and low. When we're moving with the ball, we need to make sure that when the ball's rolling, we're still going to kind of meet up with that line. So what we need to do, as we're getting to our step, we actually need to put our foot slightly in front of the ball. So by the time we put our foot and bring our foot through, the ball is rolled and it's roughly in line, and we can kick it from there. So what we need to start doing, just practicing, just walking with the ball and then taking a shot. Just trying to get that ball moving, our foot in front of the ball as we go, and take that shot. Very, very basic. Don't have to put any power into it at this stage. We just want the ball to go down, low, and then we'll work on the hard bit in a minute. So as we get proficient with that, we'll need to do it with both feet as well, because again, sometimes the ball comes on our right foot, our left foot, and we've got no choice, but we have to shoot it with whatever the foot is most appropriate there. So as we get a bit more proficient at that, we can take a bit more of a run up, a bit more speed, maybe a bit of a move, and bang, we want to try and shoot the ball that way. So that's the basics of shooting. We need to practice this a lot with both of our feet. Like I said, left foot, right foot. And once we get a feel for the ball, we'll be able to hit it a little bit harder. We should, well, I wouldn't say we should never, but we should generally try not to kick the case off the ball, as we say in Australia as well. 70 to 80% of a well-placed ball in a junior setting or even senior setting will be enough if it's placed correctly to go past most goalkeepers and to go into the back of the net. So we need to think about our technique more than our power, because power alone is not going to get us the goal. We can shoot as hard as we like at the goalkeeper, but there are good goalkeepers out of there that will save them if they're straight at them. So again, just getting that ball, toes pointed down, through the ball, and then kick it. Now, as a challenge to that, we can put in a couple of moves, faking moves before we strike the ball. And we need to get the ball to the side of our foot where we're running in, faking manoeuvre, and then shoot. This will give us the best chance of scoring, and we just need to aim, like I said, low and hard, generally towards the corners of the goal, because that's where it's a little bit more difficult for goalkeepers to try and dive to save that ball. And if it's hard enough and it's low enough and it's in that corner, most of the time you're going to score in a junior setting and, like I said, senior setting. Lifting the ball up in the air and doing other things, yes, it's good if we can do it, and that's more of an advanced type of level. And if you're up to that level, fantastic. But what I say, if you're just learning, just starting out, just start with this, and then you can always work your way up to the other types of kicks and other types of shooting.